17-year-old Damon Taylor was killed. The Philadelphia high school student was gunned down after school during a shooting at the North Philadelphia bus stop that left 4 other people injured, including 2 women who were on the bus and 2 other teens.
So you can't even go to school. God damn.
His face is good.
Your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Alright, y'all, now everybody done made a bunch of videos concerning Noah Scurry, including us, who was a smart basketball player from Philly who was out here basically living a double life. He was tragically unalived after being shot multiple times at 7 in the morning on his way to school in front of his mother. Crazy. Now, we did a video covering it, followed by a let-up story while he was unalive, when speculation would float around about him allegedly having a hand in the passing of Gilly's son, Cheese. Now, although we did our best to cover the story, it's nothing like hearing the details from someone who's actually from Philly and may have a closer ear to the street when it comes to these type of situations. Which is why, with that being said, shout out to American Confidential. I've told y'all a while back that when it comes to Philly news, they definitely do the best jobs bringing information about what's going on, followed by a bunch of details that other sources may not have. Not only that, but I told y'all before also that although Chicago has been known for the drill culture, there's other places that have arose and may have taken the cake. Years ago, I've been saying that the drill scene in Philly is just like Chicago, or maybe even worse at this point. The year just started. Within this month alone, it says that there's been over 12 homicides. I've seen a post somewhere on Instagram that says it has more, but however, I'm just going off these statistics. Now, also places such as Indiana, Baltimore, DC, and Alabama, where it's a lot of body dropping, but it's not known as Chicago. But anyway, we're going to get into this video as we will realize that the young athlete who was unalive on his way to school wasn't as innocent as people may think he was. He had an ongoing feud with others and allegedly had bodies under his belt, which may have led to him losing his life. Not to mention, he passed away and somehow still dropping diss songs on YouTube, whereas at this point, I guess whoever's behind the account figured that the gig is now up. Now, the irony of this all is that Noah actually kind of predicted his own fate. Even though he may have been taunting his op, if you listen to his song Switches and Drakes, he said, quote, "If this a big op, we jumping out pounds and tens while Lil Sosa waving that chopper. Bro said we got it dropped. He was coming out the crib, so we gonna call that perfect timing." Now, the crazy part is he was coming out the house and got caught as well. Now, let's get into it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
This is Noah Scurry. He was a 17-year-old high school basketball star and a standout student who was killed earlier this week. It was reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer that he had the highest SAT score in his entire school when he took it. A student at Samuel Fells High School, his principal described him as gifted. In a letter to the school's families, they confirmed that he was a talented student athlete. It was around 7:15 a.m. on January 14th. The 17-year-old was leaving for school when he was gunned down, according to the Philadelphia police, as reported by Fox 29.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning.
Over 20 shell casings were found at the scene. It was reported by the news that he was with his mother when he was shot.
Crazy.
As if they were about to get into the car for her to drop him off across town at school. Authorities recovered a white Jeep Cherokee on Wednesday morning, the next day abandoned near Somerdale and Godfrey Avenues, approximately 2 miles from where Noah Scurry's home on Rohrer Street in Feltonville, where the deadly shooting took place. According to Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor, the vehicle appeared to have been damaged in the crash. Investigators are currently reviewing additional surveillance footage in hopes of piecing together the events that led to Scurry's death. While no suspects have been named and no motive has been determined, law enforcement officials are working tirelessly to identify the perpetrators. Surveillance footage suggests that at least 2 individuals were inside the Jeep during the shooting. The details of Noah Scurry's final moments paint a grim picture. He had just grabbed his backpack and was stepping into his mother's car when he was ambushed by a barrage of gunfire. More than 20 bullets were fired, as I said, and Noah Scurry was struck multiple times in the chest and abdomen.
Now, could you imagine, right? A mother, or whether you a father, if you just a parent, period, man. Imagine taking your kid to school, all for shots to start going off, and you got to actually witness your child's life being taken away. Like, she literally watched her son take his last breath, watched him get shot all tight. Yo, it's crazy. Can you imagine that as a parent?
Despite being rushed to Jefferson Einstein Hospital, he was pronounced dead within minutes. Family members, friends, and classmates were devastated by the sudden and senseless loss. A GoFundMe campaign launched by his cousin seeks to help cover funeral expenses. In her heartfelt message, she described Noah as a bright, loving young man with a heart full of kindness. Noah, only 17 years old, had such a caring and loving heart, McGlynn wrote. He would do anything for his family, but most of all, for his siblings. Tributes and condolences have poured in across social media, where friends expressed their grief and shared memories of the teen. "Speechless, I love you," one friend posted alongside photos of Noah Scurry. At Samuel Fells High School, where Scurry excelled both academically and athletically, the loss has been profoundly felt. He was known for his sharp intellect and athletic prowess, which the news heavily focused on shortly after his passing. Scurry was an advanced placement.
You know what's crazy? I don't know why or how. Maybe, this is new to the world. But for some reason, his death actually got like a lot of coverage from the media, like mass media, not just, the blogs. No, he was on like all over the place. As you can see too, Complex, Daily Mail. And it's crazy and quiet as kept. There's a lot of kids like him out there. Like, I'm just being honest. There's a lot of kids right now when you think they just going to school, being the brightest kid, playing sports, whole time they really out there active in them streets. Now, to be honest with you, some of them have no choice. Like in Chicago, a lot of the kids, they drop out of school because of the circumstances that they got to go through within the streets. And now you see why. He on his way to school and got caught. Crazy.
Or AP student, the highest SAT scorer in his school, and a standout point guard on the basketball team. On Wednesday, January 15th, the school created a supportive environment for grieving students, providing counseling services and a quiet space in the auditorium for students to mourn. In an Instagram post, school officials reminded the community of the importance of kindness and mutual support. "The greatest gift of support we have is each other," the school wrote. "Be kind to each other today and always." Monique Braxton, a spokesperson for the school district, said that Noah was the kind of student that everyone wants. Noah Scurry's social media was filled with basketball highlight reels that showcased his skills on the court, where he effortlessly crossed over defenders, executed smooth layups, and nailed three-point shots. His undeniable talent was matched only by his bright future, a future now tragically cut short. The broader context of Noah Scurry's death is part of the Philly daily reminder of a persistent gun violence plaguing the city. According to Jackie Golden of the city controller's office, there have been 30 shooting victims in the city this year, 5 of whom were 18 years or younger. As the investigation into Noah Scurry's death continues, his memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His life, marked by academic excellence, athletic talent, and a caring spirit, is a painful reminder of the urgent need to address the violence claiming young lives in Philadelphia and beyond.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning. That's where we find NBC 10's Matt DeLucia live at the scene. What do we know about the victim, Matt, and any suspects in this case?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Johnny, homicide investigators are still here at the scene. They've been here all morning. You can see the tape is still up, and the shooting itself happened in this narrow driveway behind the 5000 block of Rohrer Street. This is just off the boulevard Boulevard. And as you mentioned, this happened around 7:15 this morning. Police showed up here. They found the 17-year-old who had been shot several times throughout his body. The young man was rushed to Einstein and he died just after 7:30. Now, earlier we could see a backpack and a shirt laying on the street. But as of right now, police have not made any arrests, but they did find a gun out here. And as investigators are going through this area, they're also going door to door trying to get some surveillance.
Now, if y'all pay attention, right? In the last video, we told y'all that it was rumors. We just gonna say it's rumors, right? It was rumors that he was also shooting back, right? So even though he got caught, he might have been on point, but if you got two people shooting at you, right, it's but so much you could do, bro. It's but so much you could do. So even though he may have had his weapon on him, he may not have been lacking, you know, they just caught the ups on him, right? But it's just crazy, man, because no matter how, I see a lot of people saying, oh, he should have been on point. He wasn't on point. Nah, it don't matter how on point you are at all. You can have two guns on you at once. If two people come and shoot you, especially if they got them type of weapons with the switches and trachees and all that type of crazy stuff, what are you going to do? And that's what it seemed like. So he may have had a weapon, but he just got caught out there, man.
Surveillance video trying to get some idea of who may have pulled this trigger and killed the 17-year-old right as the sun was coming up here along Rohrer Street.
Crazy.
If people like myself and THF Philly weren't around, this would have been the end of the story. By the day of Noah's death, as is all too clear by now, 17-year-old star student athletes aren't just executed in front of their moms for no reason. There's always a story behind it that the news is reluctant to give for political or social reasons. If you just got your news from the Philadelphia Inquirer or NBC, then the story is almost always missing context. Due to social media, traditional mainstream media was forced to double back the next day and say, hey, there's a little more to the story here. 30 years ago, this would have never happened, and the story would have been left at that. There was no Instagram to correct the news or YouTube for people like me to make a story with a little more context.
Law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed.
Now, I can't lie. That was kind of crazy to me that the news actually did that. And you got to watch the news, man, because especially with our culture, right? They didn't just leave it alone. Like, they reported the story the day before and then came back to say that, you know, he was also rapping about. Listen what they about to say.
New tonight, law enforcement sources confirm there was a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home.
Good ain't gon' use it, I'm taking it. He try run, he ain't need to be chasing him. Black truck, and we all got drinks in it. Facing school, you know that I'm facing them. She want for me, sit here and I'm dangerous. OTV, all the blocks can't hang with us. And you gotta catch a bite to gang with us. He got hit with a 10, it's changing him. Tom Schoon gang, bros, he created. The last one we caught was stuck on the pavement. I sitting on the state, I'm collecting the pay. Got hit with the button.
In front of his mother.
Now, here's my thing. Why would they put that out there? You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the news for doing something like that. This is why you have the blogs, the YouTube, and the Twitters and stuff like that. The news is supposed to be a little more sophisticated and be a little more considerate of the family and things of that nature. But of course, with our culture, they do that a lot. They paint this picture in the narrative. Whether he was doing what he was doing in the streets or not, y'all already put the news out there. Why double back the next day and then put that out there? That was crazy to me. I'm not going to lie.
Mother who is getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it.
See, that's my thing, right? They don't even know if that's really him. The news is just going off of what they hear or see on social media. Since when the news did that? Right? Since when the news did that? They don't know if that's him or not. Let's be real. They don't know if that's Noah or whoever. They don't know if that's him. And it's not the news job or business to do that normally. But that was kind of weird to me. I'm not going to lie. They did a big one with that one.
Let's talk about the ops. They talking about switches and drakes and don't even got them. I'm with the vid. She talking about his face is going a whack. That shit out of pocket. I just ran into 2 ops, 2 D's back to back, and both of them was cop. If I'm on a hit, then I'm getting up close. So you know ain't nobody survive.
66-year-old man is dead and 3 teens are hurt following a shooting last night in Frankfurt. It happened just before 9:30 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. The man who died has been identified as Ivan Hall from Philadelphia. 3 15-year-old boys are in stable condition after being shot. Police have not given any more details on what may have led to the gunfire. As of yet, no arrests have been made.
So for y'all that's kind of lost, that was Noah's first time being shot, right? And he was only 15 at the time. Now the crazy part about that is they're saying that's what started it, right? That's what started his crazy, allegedly catching bodies. And to be honest with you, sometimes, man, that's why they say you gotta get your kids out these environments, because your environment could turn you into a monster. You know, when people say, yo, he or she's a product of the environment, that's why. You become what you're surrounded by. Just like when they say, yo, if you hang around 5 broke people, you going to be the 6th one? Yeah. Because you become who you are around. Simple as that. And he became what he became.
Police sources confirmed Noah Scurry was one of 4 people shot in an unsolved May 2023 murder case on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street in Frankfurt. According to police, 66-year-old Ivan Hall was shot and killed on Sunday, May 28, 2023, and 3 then 15-year-olds were shot multiple times. Police sources said that Noah Scurry was one of the teens. This shooting places Noah smack dab in the middle of Frankfurt, a section of the city that hosts sets like the Double C's or Certified Clappers and Parkside. Noah is said to be affiliated with Parkside. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a Philly gangologist like some people like to believe, nor do I want to be. But from what I can gather, you got a few groups relevant to this story. According to the person who made this map, this is Parkside or Double C territory. Up here is a group of young boys who call themselves the Whackers, and over here is M24 territory. And as you can see, this is where YNG Cheese was killed. Noah, or Baby Joker, his street nickname, was very active out here, and his life had a part that may not have been known to his coaches and family. Less than a month after Noah was shot and the 66-year-old man was killed, another tragedy struck near the area when 25-year-old Devin Spady was killed.
A triple shooting in Philadelphia's Olney section claimed the life of an up-and-coming musician. The 25-year-old rap artist was known as Young Cheese, and he's the son of well-known influencer Gilly the King.
Gilly the King has amassed millions of followers, and a lot of them are planning to come here next week for Gilly Fest. It's a big concert. He uses his platform to speak out against violence, and now violence has claimed the life of his son. Police say Devin Spady, better known as Young Cheese, was one of 3 people shot in the 5800 block of Masher Street in Olney Thursday night. Shot in the back, the 25-year-old rapper was a rising star and the son of one of Philadelphia's biggest stars, Gilly the King. Gilly the King is a rapper turned podcaster turned philanthropist. He and his $1 million worth of game podcast partner Wallow also helped give away millions of dollars to support local businesses, and both were awarded the key to the city.
Gilly and Wallow have become the unofficial mayors of the city of Philadelphia. How about that, right? They are the voice of the youth.
Talent agent Walt Reeder Jr. has known Gilly the King for years and knows he wanted more for his son. The other 2 people who were shot with Young Cheese both survived. Police have not made any arrests in the case. In Spring Garden, Taronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
Yeah, very shocking story to learn of.
As is well known,
I was wondering, I don't know. Is he trying to say that maybe Cheese may have been involved in the shooting of Joker first? In retaliation, being that it was in the same area? I don't know.
Spady, or Cheese, is the son of comedian and Philly rap legend Gilly. Cheese's death came after him and a group of friends were apparently standing on a corner when shots rang out on the 5800 block of North Masher Street near Nedrow. Around the corner, police also found a 28-year-old man shot twice in the leg and drove him to Einstein. A third victim, a 31-year-old shot in the hip, arrived at the hospital in a private car. Video from the scene shows that a group of men were having a conversation on the corner of Nedro and Masher when they heard gunshots and started running. No arrests were ever made in this case. No one took credit for this, as obviously that will open up a huge can of worms. 2 years earlier, AJ, or Ajon Jackson, was killed coming home from work. This murder is mentioned heavily by fellow Double C members Hardy and others in their raps. In fact, Hardy has a music video with over 1 million views with lyrics heavily mocking the death of AJ and another M24 affiliate, Twin 5 or J, who was killed in March of 2021.
Crazy.
Selling bulls, and you either get some money or you clap, just play your role. They ain't dying just for nothing, that's what happened when you troll. Murder gang, you drop a diss and get exposed. Spoke on Brucey name, we took his life, that's what he owed. Get up close, set the foot and hit his body, watch him fold. Dummy work a 9 to 5, I give it to him, he was bold.
Another teenager is shot and killed on the streets of Philadelphia. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. 16-year-old Ajon AJ Jackson was shot outside of East Oak Lane home when police say he was ambushed. He and his twin sister had just finished their shift at McDonald's.
Hey, fuck. Let's get this straight now.
Where is he? Where is he?
I never fucked anybody over in my life. All I have in this world is my balls and my word. I don't break them for no.
Double C. Don't speak on bodies in them trenches. I can rap because I did it. Got 2 shooters and 1 driver and then squatter and his tenant. That's a man down on the scene, record like 5 shots to his biscuit. We most active in the city. Speak on why that we spit it.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm just watching this and I'd be so amazed because growing up, when you did illegal things, especially if you catching bodies, but forget that part, right? Just illegal in general. If you doing anything illegal, the worst, the last thing you was thinking about doing was getting on social media or putting it in the song, right? And even if you did, you kind of try to, like, you know, dress it up. You don't want the cops, you know, you don't want anybody knowing that you're doing X, Y, and Z. These days, these kids bold as hell. I was in the car, had 2 guns. We shot over there. They ran to the next block. We chased him after the next block. And when we chased him, wow. And the crazy part is, the first thing they say when they get grabbed up, they snitching on me. Bucko, you snitching on yourself. You got, you know what?
Hello, bro, just bring it here back. Ain't no passes if he lack it, cause we beef for master splitting niggas telling on what happened. You either get down or you lay down, cause the clap is running city. Exotic glocks, and we got sticks and big choppers. Double tapped it twice and Friday. He can't react cause this is switchy. All he heard was we get his back and black and red. Lost some soldiers in that war, they wish they bros come back to life. I lost my dog and brought their head back for my team to make it right. We gon' show your brothers cause they dead and you ain't dead enough. Been a year without no get back, why they acting like they did something? Bro just told me run my movie before it stop because them feds coming. Yeah, Double C. Oh, he lagging, so I'ma up my glick and beat the drum. He was dumb, I heard Lil 5, they caught a 9, ain't have a gun. Now he bum, and we did the dash, walk 12 like catching none. One, he was dissing on Lil Wani, happy birthday, he got gift wrap. I know you heard the news, we made him snooze, come get your lick back. Them ain't no shit, not claiming wreck, you know who did that. Treat that switchy on my glizzy like bitch, so she gon' get that. Heard he living out the way, but we still lamping on the spot. Way them bullets hit him, got him dancing, watch him diddy bop. Brody, he don't say too much, he just be spinning, duck your top. And we never selling ranches, catch them bodies, then we swap. We matched the lazy with the fast food, and I just did a drill, switch out the Glock, it is brand new.
A 16-year-old boy, he had just finished a shift at McDonald's where he worked with his twin sister. They actually got a lift here home. It was when they got out of that car that somebody started firing at them. You can see there on the ground a McDonald's bag and a wrapper right in front of...
Oh, man. So that's where, I was, listen, maybe I'm getting too old. I'm wondering why they sitting there stepping on Mickey D's. And you could have gave that to the homeless, bucko. You sitting there stepping on a whole cheeseburger. You could have get anyway. I was wondering why, but here you go. This is crazy.
Their home. Police tell us this happened before 11 p.m. on Ferriston Drive near the Philly and Montgo border. Family told police the teen and his sister, they worked at McDonald's about a mile away. They finished work at 10 p.m., ordered a Lyft, which dropped them off right in front of their home. When they got out, police say it was two males who came toward them, opened fire, hitting the boy in the torso, the back, and in the head. They fired at least 15 shots. Police say he was clearly the target. The sister was not hit. She was able to run home. They talked to other employees at that McDonald's who say that they hadn't seen any fights, no altercations, especially involving the 16-year-old. So police are continuing their investigation. They did find a weapon here on the street, a semi-automatic gun they found on the sidewalk, so they're hoping.
God damn. Yo, could you, really, when you be hearing things like this and you hear these guys' ages, because even Noah, he was 17 years old, right? You start thinking back like, damn, what was I doing at 16, 17? Right? And then you think about hearing that a 16-year-old got shot in the head, torso, back, face, neck. It's like, damn, at 16? Damn, bucko. But not only that, right? And, you know, at least they didn't overkill and went and try to do something to the sister. But could you imagine, right? Trying to work a job, trying to do something with yourself, and on your way home, you get unalived. It's like that. And 9 times out of 10, they had to drop. Because you hear they got out the lift, and as soon as they got out the lift, that's when they started shooting. So they was waiting. Just like what happened to Noah. They was waiting. Maybe they got backdoored. Somebody gave the location up. Who knows? But they definitely was waiting, and it's crazy, man. And, you know, a lot of times when they say, you know, why these kids don't got jobs? Why these kids in the streets, whether they selling drugs? Because they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. Because they try to go to school, they try to work a job, they can't because they can't be in the public because the beef is so intense. And it's just it's a crazy cycle. Because that leads you to be in the streets and you either gonna go to jail or get unalived. Crazy.
Brings us to the present day, back and forth shootings between the Northeast sets, which continued. Chris Dowling was shot and killed last February. Fast Break members and now Bugs and LR, or Lil Ryan, were arrested and charged a few months later. M24 member Juan Brody was the first to alert the public of the shooting with an IG post.
See that? You telling on yourself. You the first one to put this out there. How you know this? How you know this? And listen, the cops just be sitting there with the Birdman hand rubs. With the Birdman hand rub. Like, yep, got him. Got him. And if we don't get you for it, because, you know, they do need evidence and all that, but if we don't get you for it, that we got enough to at least give you a conspiracy charge at most. Why even put yourself through that?
Bugs and LR were also charged with the bus stop shooting that injured 8 students heading home from school in March of last year.
See, you can't even go to school. Damn.
The sound of gunshots at a SEPTA bus stop. New surveillance video tonight of the dramatic moments that sent teenagers running for their lives when 3 masked gunmen suddenly opened fire. 8 teens were shot and wounded, 2 of them critically.
3 days earlier, the carnage and out-of-control violence continued to shock Philadelphia as 17-year-old Damon Taylor was killed. The Philadelphia high school student was gunned down after school during a shooting at the North Philadelphia bus stop that left 4 other people injured, including 2 women who were on the bus and 2 other teens. The horrific shooting took place just before 3:45 p.m. at Ogance and Godfrey Avenues, when 2 people, at least one with an automatic weapon, fired at a group of young people waiting at the bus stop. Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said. Multiple rounds were fired, Bethel said. According to the police, shooters fired more than 50 times with an automatic weapon. Damon Taylor was shot multiple times throughout his body and head, police said.
Look how close the shooters was. Look how close the shooters was. Damn, boy.
17-year-old from the Fern Rock neighborhood died a short time later at the hospital. A girl at the scene can be heard in shock saying, "Oh my God, his face is gone."
His face is gone.
All of these murders are mentioned because leading up to the death of Noah, him and his friends can all be heard rapping about these incidents. And after his death, Noah was linked to several homicides through street rumors. The ones that seemed to gain the most traction were Fat Dame and Cheese.
Oh, see? So basically, your boy Noah, aka Joker, what he's doing is that kid y'all just seen that got shot and they were saying that his face gone, he pretty much was taking credit for it. And he was taking credit for Cheese, Gilly's son. Sheesh.
Also, through unsubstantiated sources, he is linked.
See, that's the thing. Now he got the Joker mask trying to hide his face, but then he putting things like this up, the watch, where he has other pictures of him doing the same hand gestures with the same watch. So it's not hard to put two and two together if people really want you. And then 9 times out of 10, if you in a little circle, you know who's who and who's doing what. So,
to the death of Izzy Stanley and the 18-year-old Tin Millie, who both died in June of 2024, a week apart. Now, I'm not trying to go around putting murders on people, so please take all of this with a grain of salt. I'm delivering the info that was sent my way, and these seem to be persistent rumors through people who would know, like people close to him. Damon, or Fat Dame as he was called, went to Imhotep High School. The alleged retaliation shootings a few days later by Fast Break members is referenced by Noah, or Joker here, where he says,
And Molly telling on them bodies like, damn, free Lil Ryan. We the reason why they throwing fives and then they end up dying. They keep asking why he couldn't get up. I mean, he wasn't trying. And we caught cracking forest on the guys we Friday. Power right out that cut, he didn't even see it. I know that surprising, but alright, that murder, come on. We can switch the time.
You know what's crazy? When you be listening to these guys, it's no skill or nothing into it. It's no delivery, no punchlines, and it's no real rapping. These guys are literally just talking on a beat and ain't talking about taking each other's lives. That's it. They're not even trying to be, you remember back in the days with the rap, they're not even trying to rap. They just literally getting on beats and talking. I did this, I did that, I did this. Damn.
Referencing Jamal Tucker, or Molly, the first person arrested when the 8 students were shot at the bus stop, and apparently the first one to start talking and gave up his friends. Joker is heard sarcastically saying, "Free Lil Ryan."
Free Lil Ryan. We the reason why they throwing fives and then they end up
G12 Zai, One Brody, Lil Moot, and other M24 members are known to be cool with Blumberg through mutual friends and family members, and also because of the Zoo Gang Blumberg War.
Caught him lacking in that store, put him in a box. We did some drills and ghosts.
All the smaller factions under them aligned accordingly. M24
and that's the cycle. See what I'm saying? That's the cycle. And we gotta stop that cycle, bro. The cycle is a lot of these kids don't even know what they beefing about, why. They just know, listen, I grew up on this side, we don't like y'all, and I'm gonna make drill music to get popular and do it, and then in order to have lyrics for drill music, I gotta go on drills. So it's a continuous cycle that just continuously go and go and go. When is it gonna stop? These guys be literally taking each other's lives and don't know why. How backwards is that? Might as well send them to the army or something.
Fast Break are kind of the same in terms of lost homies and members. They have been aligned with the Blum for years. Recently, you started to see Noah getting the backing of Pentown and Zoo Gang members. The day before he died,
what? The man got on the... Yeah, hold on. I really be... This is why I like doing reactions. I be just as lost as y'all sometimes. The man got on the whole... He claiming Muslim and he got the...
Getting the backing of Pentown and Zoo Gang members. The day before he died, he dropped a song with a rapper named Drench Season who was with Pentown and Zoo Gang. The song, which had zero attention at first, went to over 100,000 views after the news of Noah's passing. The week before Noah died, his basketball team played Imhotep, the school which Fat Dane went to. There was obvious tension about what happened, and the school didn't want an incident. Noah didn't play in the game, and Imhotep blew out Fells. No students were allowed to attend the game either.
Crazy.
I got word that there was a summer league game between the two schools, and they were going to try to pack Noah out after the game, but he escaped. After Noah was killed, speculation, as always, ran wild.
You see how crazy that is? It's so crazy that he's forced to not attend games because he don't know what's going to happen. And even the games that he did attend, he got to be on high alert. Imagine trying to play basketball, but you got to worry about losing your life after the game is over. How you supposed to play? But then again, he did bring that energy to himself because he was out here living wrong. See that? I'll do a chick bad if the chick try to lie me, clown, and whoever posted this, maybe that's how he got caught lacking. You know, they just trying to be funny with the. So what they probably trying to say is, you claimed you was going to do a chick bad for trying to line you, but you got lined by a chick, allegedly. Right? Who knows? But a lot of these girls be, y'all got to watch out, fellas. Y'all bringing these girls to y'all houses. Y'all know y'all got beef in the street. You don't know who she affiliated with. Not to mention, a lot of these girls is going to give your location up for that bag. Shorts too. Here, take 1,000. Take 500. Here, take that. I need his location. Here, he's right here. How else are they knowing where these guys live, man? Unless it's a back door within, you know, this great.
Body, got a falling God. Outside on the 4-5 deep in the giant.
Did what Batman couldn't do and that's put the Joker down. Baby Joker, that's what the jokes is over now. He got flame bullets burning his wings. He forever gonna be in hell. I'm scared to go back to the 9 and smoking. I think I'm gonna hear him.
All right, yeah. Shout out to American Confidential, man. Like I told y'all before, they do a hell of a job, as y'all can see when it comes to these videos that they provide. Yeah. Long story, I can't even sit here and have sympathy or sound like it's any sympathy because he was doing what he was doing. Simple as that. He was doing what he was doing. The energy he put out there, he got right back. I don't know if he really thought he was the Joker. Maybe he looked up to the Joker. Who knows? But yeah, man, unfortunate situation. It's a lot of lessons to be learned for y'all kids out there, or even some of y'all grown-ups, man. If you in the streets, get out. Just simply get out. It's only two ways it's gonna go, man. And as technology and stuff get further and further, we see that cops it's literally hard to get away with anything. But you be my guest, man. You either gonna end up in a cell or a grave, unfortunately. Right? Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. And I'm out.